Guys, your guest comic, he's the drop intern. He's also the bouncer. He's also our photographer. He's also the designated cum guzzler. Guys, please give it up for John Freitag.
Because that's how they pay me, because I need to eat. Don't I kind of look like I should be headlining that When We Were Young festival? I'm just missing the eyeliner, the lip piercing, and a sexual assault charge. They say not to cry over spilled milk, but what about a dropped cupcake? Because I did. It was the last one. I was looking forward to it all day. Frosting to the floor. Dog hair everywhere. God does not exist. On my way over here, I was in one of those lanes that merges left, and this big-ass truck wouldn't let me through. So in my head, I'm thinking, all right, this is some small dick assholes just not letting me through. And I pull up behind them, and they have a bunch of like pink ribbons, stickers, and magnets. So instantly, I feel like an asshole. Like I'm the bad guy. She's strong. She's a hero. She's a survivor. But for a split second, I wished she wasn't. Like, I'm glad she got through her whole ordeal and, like, is doing well. But for one moment, when I saw her pink, all I saw was red. And, like, I'm glad she gets to go home to her family and her kids and tell them that she loves them. But for the smallest moment, I wish we cut federal funding. Any fans of Venmo out there? Anybody use Venmo out there? Woo! Yeah, Tyler, what do you use it for? I heard that.
Weed.
Okay, good. Me too. It's nice because I don't have to meet a stranger in a dark alley. I can just send $30 in emoji for what I want. So for like pot, I'll send broccoli. Or for mushrooms, I'll send mushrooms. Or for acid, I'll send fish. I don't know. I don't ask questions. But then I remember I got my boss on it. Some asshole at Venmo designed it like a social media site. So each transaction pops up like a status update on your friends list. Now I'm stuck staying up till 3 in the morning making a fish stir fry for everybody at work, so I don't get suspicious of the 4-day weekend I requested. I need to have my fun too. But sometimes I have too much fun. That's how I ended up getting a DUI a few years ago. I was telling somebody about this story, and I pulled up my mugshot, and it made me realize those booking cameras that they have got to be designed to make you look guilty. Because the first thoughts that crossed through my head were like, when did I start doing meth? Maybe I could kill a guy. I should probably turn myself in. We're here in South Bend, and I love it here. I'm a big Notre Dame fan, and it's right down the road, which is great. That's 4 cheers and we got in the last round somehow. It's a packed house, and that's still more cheers. It was like a weird year to be a Notre Dame fan, because Brian Kelly became the first head coach to leave Notre Dame for another school. And he broke the news via text, so I kind of know how my exes feel. And sure, he won a lot of games, but he could never complete the season. Having him as a coach was like edging for 11 years. Can you finish one, dude? I just need to come. My love of sports started at a young age. I played a lot of baseball and football. And the coaching styles between those two sports couldn't be any different. Baseball coaches are super supportive and encouraging, like, good swing, bud, or you'll get it next time. Football coaches? Not so much. Are you fucking blind out there? How'd you miss that tackle? Quit crying, baby. This is a man's sport. I remember my coach grabbing me by the pads and pointing to a kid on the other team named Fat Joe by players, coaches, and parents alike, and telling me, I need you to put that fat-ass hog in the ground. And even I, as a 9-year-old, knew that was kind of harsh to call a kid with acne and a weight problem. Well, the very next play, Fat Joe did one of these and fell on top of me, so fuck that kid. I am recently single and dating again, which is great, but it's made me realize I need to work on my greetings and goodbyes, because they're not very COVID friendly. Just last week, my dad came to one of my shows. As he was leaving, I went in for a handshake, he went in for a pound it, then I went in for a pound it, he went in for a handshake. Then finally, I just pulled him into like an awkward one-arm tug. But then on instinct, went in for an open-mouth kiss. I stopped myself, I'm not a weirdo. But if this keeps up, I'm going to wind up in bed with a stranger for being polite. I made it Tinder because, duh, it read 6'4", loves the outdoors, loves to work out. It was working out great. I was getting a lot of matches. But the problem was, it was a bunch of rock climbers. Which makes sense. I like broad shoulders and a big back. The problem with rock climbers is that's their entire personality. Their favorite genre of music is rock. Their favorite actor is The Rock. Their favorite drink is anything, as long as it's on the rocks. Their favorite movie? Marley and Me, because even these monsters need to cry. They're always talking about hit the wall or hit the boulder, and I'm just like, I need to hit this bong because you are too much for me right now. Plus, they always got chalk on their hands, so you know you're getting a dry hand job. So I changed my profile. Now I read 6'4", will pay for dinner, spit on me. And it's working out a lot better. It's working out a lot better. I'm 28 years old, and dating at my age is kind of weird because like my peers are deciding if they want to have families or not, right? And I'm still deciding which belt to choke myself with while I jerk off tonight. In my short life, I've had many jobs. I've been a cook, a machine operator, a reverend, and a delivery driver. What does that mean for you ladies out there? Well, I can cook you dinner, operate a battery-powered device, and have you prayed to God, all in 30 minutes or less. Or else the breadsticks are free. Being single and having dry skin and allergies is kind of a problem because nobody believes me when they see the bottle of lotion and tissues next to my bed. They just assume the worst. Like, the Jergens are for my elbows, the Kleenex are for my nose. I'm not a weirdo. That's what socks are for. I'm assuming we've all had one of those weird sex stories in high school that spread like wildfire. And a friend of a friend always had proof of it, but nobody ever saw it. My school's involved a girl, her dog, and some peanut butter. And while everybody else was concerned what this would do for her college career or what her parents would think, I was over here asking the hard questions like, well, what kind of peanut butter was it? Was it creamy or crunchy? Was it Peter Pan peanut butter? They just had their salmonella recall. I'm young. I don't know if that's sexually transmitted. I got two more for you guys. I shouldn't have interrupted the transitions well into this next one. Sorry about that. Isn't just sex weird though? Like it's naked people, bumping ugly, sweating, making weird noises. Sometimes there's one, sometimes there's three. Sometimes there's a guy with a belt around his neck and a Sharpie in his ass. But like sex is weird in the wild too, so it's normal. In Animal Kingdom, it's just strange every time. Like rabbits will fuck until they freeze up and then pass out. Turtles, depending on their size, make different noises. Like a small turtle will sound like ah, ah, ah. And a big turtle will sound like So it got me thinking, what kind of animals have we not heard or seen have sex? And the first one that popped in my head was an owl. So having never heard an owl have sex, here's my impression of one having sex for the first time. Who? What? Who? Where? Who? Why? Now the dumbest part about that joke, besides all of it, is that owls can turn their heads 180 degrees. They already know who. And now I'll leave you guys with this one. I need you to really think on it for me. Why can our buttholes stay spicy but not sweet? Like, why do I have to feel the burn of a pepper twice? When all I really want is a sweet kiss from a Twinkie. You guys have been a great audience. Have a wonderful night. Woo!